Prof, the plea bargaining, I don't think is only practiced here in Ghana. It's something I dare say we borrowed from these advanced jurisdictions that you are asking us to copy some things and leave some out. And it's not also limited to offenses like big monies. If you look at the wording of that section 35, even if the amount is 1 Ghana cedi, it must be initiated by the accused person standing trial. So if you're accused of stealing chicken and then you want to return the chicken or the value of the chicken, you or your counsel must approach the prosecutor, file a notice of intention to engage them on this plea bargaining, take advantage of section 35, and then you reach some form of agreement. So it is not as if it is brought in to protect only the rich. That it's
the poor are not
to,
given that opportunity.
No, but the law didn't limit it.
The law, that 35 is for the state. So now the new plea bargaining act is the one that extends to the whole.
Yes,
35 is more limited to the state.
That's what I'm saying, that it's not as if the intention, because the state, irrespective of who is the accused person, so it's not as if it's for only high class, let me put it that way, suspects or accused person. So if you still want cedi from the state, you can still take advantage of that. So it's not the amount.
But if the chicken is from a private person, now we have the new plea bargaining act.
Yes, so that even makes it further, better, that it gives access to everybody. Yes, I have always believed that even the criminal procedure code, or now they call it act, as it stands now, even made room for judges, and without limiting it to the state, that after convicting an accused person of a crime, has the jurisdiction to order a return or a refund of any amount or anything stolen, property stolen, to the victim. So, but what the plea bargaining law had made it very clear is that you must first plead guilty. So, remember the Malamisa time, the $40,000. He was ready to refund it. But the condition was that you must plead guilty before. And he didn't think that he had actually stolen. And so he refused to plead guilty, for which reason the state was not ready to engage in that negotiation. And so the major consideration is that you must be able to accept the offense or the charges. Then you first be convicted on your plea, and more or less the sentence, for lack of a better word, will be suspended pending you fulfilling the terms of the repayment schedule that you've agreed with the state. And if you are not able to, like the Deputy Attorney General said, fulfill those terms, then they can come back to exact the full sentencing. And so I believe that it's a law that people can take advantage of. But we should also remember that the victims also have a role to play in this plea bargaining arrangement. And so if the victim is not satisfied with the plea bargaining arrangement, the victim has a right to object to it. So it gives the victim the opportunity. So it is not as if, like Senior Tebu said, if it's extended beyond the state, and then you have gone to steal somebody's chicken, and you are ready to refund, the person whose chicken has been stolen may have a right to say, I'm not interested in this.
So the double coincidence of once you can.
Yes, and then you leave it to the judge, because the judge even can reject the bargain. So you see, in Atuesian's case, the first agreement that was submitted, the judge rejected it. So it's a law that I think gives consideration to all the interests or stakeholders in that particular offense or in that particular charge that is being, and I think that if it's implemented well, and the considerations or the interest of the victims, be it the state or the private individuals, are well taken care of. Because sometimes, let's accept it, it's not every victim that would want the accused person to serve jail time. Like you said, Mr. Asian is going to jail. The state will incur expenses taking care of him.
Yes.
And so if the victim says that, let me take my money, I don't want any trouble, I don't want wahala, then you should be allowed to then exact that. Even in the Court Act, I believe section 73 or 74, makes provision for misdemeanors and out of court settlement. So it's something that gradually progressed over time. And that at every point in time, there was an intention that it is not every crime that if the victim, the state, and because crime is prosecuted by the state, and the courts think that it's an opportunity to solve the matter amicably, I'm using my words loosely, then they should give that opportunity. But there are some offenses that obviously you cannot do plea bargaining in, and they've listed some of them in the act as well.
I think the NCC should educate the populace about it.
Because I think that this intervention is extremely important,
Yes.
brings some clarity. Bombi Bansin.